What's up everyone, I'm Callum on Toast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing the top 10 spiciest battles that were submitted to me from the most recent Go Battle Day here in the Willpower Cup. These are some of the spiciest teams we've ever seen in a Battle of Spice competition, so you guys are in for a real treat. Now to vote for your favourite team, I will be making two separate polls here on the channel in the next couple of days. The first one will go live tonight and it will feature the first 5 teams featured in this video. The second poll will feature the last 5 teams featured in the video. You'll go and vote for your favourite one in each poll, and the winners of each poll will go through to a final poll where we will be able to crown a champion of Spice. I also ran this competition in the Ultra League, but since the Willpower Cup is going to be going away very soon, I figured I'd get this video out first, and the Ultra League one will be up in a few days time. Now with that being said, let's get into the question of the day. What is the spiciest Pokemon you've ran so far in the Willpower Cup? Let me know in the comment section below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Alright, so going into the first battle here, we're leading Kadabra into a Galarian Rapidash here, and they're going to go straight for a Body Slam. We're actually going to no shield it here, and Body Slam does massive damage. That's like a nuke charge move up against any other Pokemon. That is pretty insane. We go for a Shadow Ball. We're going to swap out into the Shadow Metagross. We're going to shield this up. It could be a Mega Horn from the Rapidash, and it is, and that would have probably one-shot us or come very close to. We're able to get the farm down. They come in with an Alolan Raichu. This is not great because we're not running Earthquake. We have to settle for the resisted Meteor Mash, but the opponent overfarms, allowing us to get to a second one, and even though this is resisted, Meteor Mash takes out the Alolan Raichu. They're going to come in with an Air Slash Mandibuzz. We're able to get to another Meteor Mash here, and this will do huge damage to the Mandibuzz. We're going to swap into Pheromosa. We're taking double super effective damage, and we don't even tank 4 Air Slashes from a bulky Pokemon. That was insane. We're going to shield up this charge move. The Bullet Punch goes through, and we're going to be able to take out this Mandibuzz and take that game. So what a crazy start to the video. Into the next game, we're going to be featuring a triple glass cannon dark team here. We've got the Hydreigon in the lead, leading into a Sableye. We're going to go for the Brutal Swing. We get a shield from the Sableye. We're actually going to call that they're going just for a foul play here, and it is just the foul play. But they are going to be able to outpace us to the next charge move, and we're actually just going to let the Hydreigon go down. We're going to come in with Absol, and we're running Psycho Cut, so these are double resisted by Sableye. We're going to get a massive farm down here. They go for the returns. Honestly, foul play probably would have taken out Absol. It is so freaking glassy. We go for the Mega Horn. We get the final shield from the opponent. We're able to get to another Mega Horn. Absol wins the CMP tie. Mega Horn takes out the Galarian Rapidash. That's massive damage, and they've got a Victini in the back. We're going to be able to go for a Poison Fang here. Opponent trying not to throw straight away because it will lower their defense. We take out the Victini, and we're able to Waterfall, farm down the Sableye, and take that game. So another insane battle. Into the next game, we lead into an Alolan Raichu with a Breloom. Another Pokemon with a sky-high attack stat. We're going for the Seed Bomb here, and even though our counters are resisted, we're able to threaten a shield with a pretty mediocre charge move in Seed Bomb. The opponent is actually running Psychic, so that's a really good shield from us here. We're going to go for another Seed Bomb up against this Alolan Raichu. We get the final shield from the opponent, and they're actually going to swap, and they've got a Mandibuzz in the back, but they're running Snarl, so we're going to shield up this charge move here. It is a foul play, and we're going to be able to get to an Icy Wind before the next charge move comes through, and this will debuff their attack, but it also does pretty big damage up against the Mandibuzz. That is quite surprising because Mandibuzz is a very tanky Pokemon. We're able to Ice Shard farm them down. They come in with Medicham, and unfortunately they're able to counter us down before we get to the next Icy Wind. They're going to go straight for a Power Punch here up against the Galarian Mr. Mime. We're just going to Confusion damage down this Medicham here. They go for another Power Up Punch. Not enough to take us out. We're going for a Psybeam. I don't think I've ever seen Psybeam used, but it does huge damage to the Medicham. They're able to counter farm us down, but we can counter farm them down, and we have another Seed Bomb loaded into this Alolan Raichu. We win the CMP tie and take out the Raichu and take that game. So going into the next battle here, we lead with a shiny Sharpedo into Umbreon. We're going to swap instantly into Latios. Very questionable there, although maybe the Sharpedo is running Bite. So if that's the case, then that does make sense because Umbreon would be resisting it. And despite the sky high attack stat of Sharpedo, it's not going to do that much damage. But here, these Dragon Breaths are really adding up. We're going to double shield in this matchup here and get to another Dragon Claw. And this should be forcing a shield from the Umbreon. And let's see. It is able to force the shield here, and that is nice. We are now forced to let the Latios go down. We're going to come in with our Latias, I assume. And that is what we do. We come in with the Latias, we're running Charm, so we're able to take out the Umbreon there. The opponent comes in with their own Charm Latias, and that is pretty insane. And now it's all up to Sharpedo. They come in with a Alolan Raichu, but we're running Bite, and we're able to Bite, farm them down before they can get to another charge move there, and we're able to take that game. Into the next game, we've got a triple Fang team. The opponent safe swaps into Mandibuzz before realizing that this is an Ice Fang Drapion, and Ice Fang Drapion absolutely destroys Mandibuzz in this matchup here. We're going for a Fell Stinger. This will get a shield and ramp up our attack, meaning the Ice Fangs are doing even more damage. We're going to go for another Fell Stinger here. They are going to let it go through this time, but they're not able to get to a charge move, so we get shield advantage and switch advantage. But now things are not looking good for us because we've got two Dark types in the back, both weak to the fighting typing, and they've got a Toxicroak. We're going to go for the Fire Fang farm down. Unfortunately, not able to get there before we would have been farm down, so we switch into Mightyena here. We're going to go for a Poison Fang up against this Galarian Rapidash. We get the final shield from the opponent. They're going to overfarm a little bit before going for a Body Slam. Body Slam enough to take out the Mightyena from this range. And now can we get to a crunch before they get to one more Body Slam? Yes, we're able to, and from this range this is easily going to be enough to take out the Galarian Rapidash, and we take that game. Into next game, we're running a triple pseudo legendary team with Metagross in the lead. Unfortunately, we're not running Meteor Mash on this Metagross, so we're going to be very slow to get to the charge moves. Although this is where we want to see Toxicroak on the team, because if it gets aligned to any of the back Pokemon, especially the Tyranitar, this team is going to struggle, but they're going to be able to fully counter farm us down. So we actually swap out into the Hydreigon here. We tank the Mud Bomb, and we're barely able to Dragon Breath farm them down. They're going to come in with a Hex Galarian Slowking here. We go for the Brutal Swing. It does huge damage, and we're actually able to Dragon Breath farm them down. That was insane from the Hydreigon there. We're going to come in with a Shadow Tyranitar, and come on Rapidash, I know you love to bait Body Slam, but at least build up to the right charge move. We're going to tank the Body Slam here, go for a Crunch. It's actually not quite able to get there before the next Body Slam, but from this range, we're going to be able to smack down, farm down the Rapidash and take that game. Into next game, we've got an Attack Form Deoxys into a Medicham. This should be a good matchup because of the typing, but you see the counters are doing so much damage to Attack Form Deoxys. It has the highest attack stat in the game, and you can see it definitely sacrifices its defense there because we go down to a power-up punch, so that was insane. We're going to come in with a Charm Meowstic here, which is another very spicy Pokemon here. We're able to Charm, farm down the Medicham. They come in with an Alolan Raichu. We're going for the Shadow Ball. This should be getting the final shield from the opponent, or take out the Raichu. We do get the final shield. We're going to come in with another Charm user in Liepard here. This isn't actually a Shadow, but I didn't have a regular version to take a picture of here, so we have the Shadow as the graphic. They come in with a Sableye, and things are looking pretty good for us. We shield the Foul Play. We're able to fully Charm, farm them down, and we realize that Charm will register before the Volt Switch, so we Charm down the Raichu and take that game. Into the next game here, we've got a shiny Emboar in the lead. They are going to come in with the Medicham, so we come in with the Mew, and the person that submitted this team said that this is a circus-themed team with a fire-breathing pig, a cat that does tricks, and of course the clown with the Mr. Rime here. So we're going to go for a Surf here. Unfortunately, the Dazzling Gleam did get shielded. Surf also gets shielded, and from this point we should be able to shield here and outpace them to the next charge move. It is just a Power Punch bait, unfortunately, but we do get to the Surf here. We are going to be able to maintain alignment in this matchup here. They're going to come in with a Mandibuzz. We're going to try commit to the Dazzling Gleam, but we don't get there, so we have to settle for a Surf. Of course, with all shields down, they're not going to shield it, or yeah, because they obviously don't have the shield. They're going to go for an Aerial Ace, bit of a mistake there. We're going to go for an Icy Wind up against this Heracross. What we really need to do is force them to throw their energy, and we are going to be able to, and this is going to be a Mega Horn. Takes out the Galarian Mr. Rime there. We're able to Ember, farm them down. They get to a charge move here on the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz goes for the Aerial Ace. It does big damage, but we do tank it, and we get to a Rock Slide. Is this enough damage to take out the Mandibuzz? Yes, it is, and we take that game. Into the next game, we got a triple Shadow team here, and we see an awful lead into a Alolan Raichu. We're actually going to stay in initially, and we go for a CMP tie, and we're fortunate that the Alolan Raichu throws straight away. We go for the Ice Punch here. We get a shield back from the Raichu. We're now going to save swap into the Drapion. They're able to get to another Thunder Punch already. We're actually going to double shield in this matchup. Well, not double shield, but use both our shields very early on. They're going to come in with a Mandibuzz now, and we go for the Sludge Bomb. That does pretty decent damage to the Mandibuzz. They're going to get to a charge move here, but we will be able to tank the Aerial Ace. Go for a Sludge Bomb. We should have gone for one more Poison Sting, but hopefully that doesn't matter too much. And it looks like we're barely not going to be able to get to a Crunch, but we wouldn't have got there anyway. We're able to Charm, farm down the Mandibuzz before they can do anything about it. We're able to Charm, farm down the Alolan Raichu as well, and they've got a Galarian Rapidash in the back. So we're going to go for a Leaf Blade here and probably swap eventually into the Poliwrath here, just forcing them to throw their energy. They go for the Body Slam. That doesn't take us out. We don't throw a move here. That's not really going to be necessary because we can just Charm, farm down the Rapidash and take that game. And into the final battle of this video here, we're going to be leading Latios into Umbreon. Not a very good matchup, especially when we've only got Frustration, and this is not great for us at all. But the Umbreon is massively over farming here, and we're going to go for a Frustration here up against the Umbreon. We get a shield in this matchup, which is insane, and we're actually going to shield. Why are we shielding here? We can't do anything. That was a really strange move there, but we're going to let the second move go through, and we're going to come in with Latias, and we're not running Charm this time. This is Dragon Breath. They're going to come in with another Dark type, but they swap out into a Purified Machoke. Very interesting play by the opponent here. We get the final shield, and at this point we should be able to just fully farm them down. They're probably going to go for the return, and they do go for it. We're going to be able to fully Dragon Breath, farm them down. We have the Psychic loaded. It is of course double resisted by the Dark typing, but Absol, so glassy. We've seen it already in this video, and we're able to swap into Deoxys, Poison Jab, farm them down, and take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video. Of course, there were some battles in this video that were in lower elo ranges than what we're used to seeing on this channel, but that's not what this video is about. It's about bringing the absolute spiciest team you can build, and these trainers certainly delivered, because this might just be the spiciest Battle of Spice competition I've run so far. So thank you to everyone that entered. There were a ton of people that didn't even make it into this video that had some insanely spicy teams, so unfortunately they did just barely miss out, but I'm really pleased with the battles that were submitted. These were some crazy teams. So if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day, and more importantly, don't forget to vote in the polls that will be here on the channel in the community tabs over the next few days. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, and that is vital because later this week I will be uploading the Ultra League version of this video. So I'll be featuring the top 10 spiciest Ultra League battles that were submitted to the channel during the most recent Go Battle Day. So if you did enjoy today's video, that's certainly a video you're not going to want to miss. And with that being said, let's get into the shoutouts from my previous video. So firstly, we've got JCL who says definitely Mawile, Crocodile and Golurk for the Halloween Cup. And this is extra special to me because it's actually a team that I built and showcased on the channel myself. So yeah, that doesn't happen an awful lot because I tend to build more unique teams with spicier Pokemon or very inaccessible Pokemon, which doesn't really encourage people to go out and use those teams. They're often not necessarily the best equipped to deal with the entire meta, often quite difficult to run, but it's very cool to see that this trainer not only enjoyed that team, but it's their favorite team that they've run all season, so very happy to hear that. Next we got Eden Nile who says Skarmory lead, Samurott, Megahorn, Safe Swap and Shadow Swampert closer. Took them from rank 17 to 31, 43 elo in 3 weeks. And Samurott was the MVP because nobody could keep track of the energy. It's insane. And now you guys know that Skarmory and Swampert are very common core. That's nothing out of the ordinary. Very strong actually, so I'm not like downplaying it, but it is very common. But Samurott as the safe swap is certainly going to throw opponents off guard, and you're right, especially with Fury Cutter, it's quite difficult to keep track of energy when opponents are using one turn moves. And yeah, Samurott's safe swaps seem to be very strong for this trainer, so that is awesome. And finally we got Lope_YT who says my Ultra League Premier Cup team that has Trevenant or Dragonite on the lead. It was about 50-50 between them, and then Ampharos with Zap Cannon as the safe swap and Magnezone as the closer. People were so weak to electric, lol. And yeah, I do remember that there were quite a lot of teams that weren't prepared at all for the electric typing, so if you're running a double electric team, especially with Zap Cannon and Ampharos as a safe swap, then I can imagine that it was a pretty strong team, but also very fun. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.